Want flexibility? Take yoga. Want flexibility with your health insurance? Check out United Healthcare Insurance Plans. Underwritten by Golden Rule Insurance Company, they offer flexible, budget-friendly medical, dental, and vision coverage that may be right for you. More at uh1.com.
On today's Smart 7, parade but no victory for Putin, Donald Trump loses in New York and lots more. It's Wednesday the 10th of March, it's Mother Ocean Day and happy birthday Bono.
The Smart 7. It's news, but
Not the news. In a move to free up GP appointments in England, high street chemists are getting more powers to prescribe certain treatments so you won't have to see a doctor. Under the Pharmacy First service, you'll be able to grab drugs for 7 common conditions, including earache, sore throat and urinary tract infections. Whilst announcing the new measures on Tuesday, Rishi Sunak was probed about his manifesto pledge to hire 6,000 more GPs by 2024.
What we are doing on GP numbers is straightforward. So right now, there are almost 2,000 more doctors working in general practice than there were in 2019. But also, it is the case that not everyone needs to see a GP. My dad was a GP, my mum was a pharmacist. So the other thing that we're doing is investing in lots of other roles.
Chemists will be able to give out antibiotics as well as contraceptive pills, so 500,000 women will no longer need to see a doctor to top up their prescription. Health Minister Neil O'Brien says it'll be more convenient for patients and it'll take the pressure off GPs.
So a whole bunch of things that you have to go for your GP to today, you'll be able to do at your pharmacist. And we think it will save something in the order of 15 million GP appointments. So as well as being a really convenient way of getting treated.
Dr. Kieran Sharrock is acting chair of the BMA GP committee. He works in a practice 2 days a week and says anything to reduce their workload's helpful, but the government's plan is only a drop in the ocean.
So we're really struggling to provide the care we want to. And this plan is really just scratching the surface and not going to help a huge amount.
President Vladimir Putin was in Moscow's Red Square on Tuesday to mark the annual Victory Day military parade in Russia. It commemorates the win over the Nazis in 1945, but was more of a scaled-back version this year, with no air display or Immortal Regiment March, where people walk with portraits of their veteran relatives. As the war in Ukraine rages on, a number of regions cancelled the occasion altogether. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen paid a visit to Kyiv to underline the EU's support for Ukraine, as Putin used his speech during the ceremony to accuse the West of waging a war against his country.
The Western elites and globalists are insisting on their exceptional character, and they're provoking conflicts, and they are encouraging Russophobia and nationalism.
Meanwhile, during her trip to the UK for the King's coronation, First Lady of Ukraine Elena Zelenska visited a British Army training camp where troops are turning Ukrainian civilians into soldiers. She spoke to Good Morning Britain.
We are really very proud of these people. Some people were builders, some people were medics, and now they want to protect the country.
A New York jury reached a verdict within 3 hours in the civil case against former President Donald Trump. Writer E. Jean Carroll had accused him of rape and defamation, and the 79-year-old former Elle magazine columnist was in the first row in court on Tuesday, where the judge outlined numerous verdicts jurors might decide to reach, including rape, sexual abuse, forcible touching, or deciding to clear Trump. The jury found him liable for a charge of sexual abuse and also found him guilty of defamation, awarding Carroll almost $5 million. Former People magazine journalist Natasha Stoyanov, who's also accused Trump of sexual assault, said it's a significant finding.
For many of us who came forward in 2016, it's been a long road, and we've dealt with a lot of people not believing our stories. So to give the story under oath and have a jury believe it is a very heartwarming, vindicating feeling.
Trump, who wasn't called to the witness stand, previously said the claims were a complete con job and went on the social media platform Truth Social to give his view on the verdict.
I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. The verdict is a disgrace, a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. Absolutely a shame.
Supporters of Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan have clashed with police in Lahore after he was arrested over corruption allegations. The 70-year-old ex-cricketer, who was ousted from office last year, was seen being bundled into an armoured van by riot officers. Appearing in court on Tuesday, he denied numerous corruption charges from when he was in power. Pakistan's internet was cut on Tuesday night in a bid to stop the video of the arrest spreading, and Rauf Hassan, his spokesman, claims the arrest was unlawful.
This is in violation of all laws and rules contained in the statute book, and I think we understand, that they're not directly controlled by the government in power. They are controlled by other forces, which are considered to be above the law in this country.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Man City's Champions League dreams are still alive, and 15 becomes 10 as the first Eurovision semis kick off. Right after this.
Here's a cool fact. A crocodile can't stick out its tongue. Another cool fact, you can get short-term health insurance for a month or just under a year in some states. United Healthcare short-term insurance plans are designed for people who are between jobs, coming off their parents' plan, or turning a side hustle into a full-time gig. Underwritten by Golden Rule Insurance Company, they offer flexible, budget-friendly coverage with access to a nationwide network of doctors and hospitals. Get more cool facts about United Healthcare short-term plans at uh1.com.
Welcome back.
Tuesday night saw the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals get underway. Current champions Real Madrid hosted Man City in a titanic battle, which ended 1-1 with Kevin De Bruyne equalising for City after Madrid took a first-half lead. It leaves the tie balanced while Man City are also chasing the Premier League. Real Madrid keeper Thibaut Courtois was confident that they can still secure that final spot.
Yeah, I think a good draw and obviously everything to play for next week. It will be like a final, and I hope we can put that in our mind, although it's away, but I think we're quite good in winning finals, so I hope we can mentalize it like this, even though it's in City, but yeah, that will be the task for us.
10 acts have been sent through to the Eurovision final, with 5 others booted out at the first semi-final stage after performing in Liverpool last night. The second semi takes place on Thursday. Ukraine's electronic music duo Dvorsky automatically qualify for the final after winning last year's competition. So does the UK, along with France, Germany, Italy and Spain. May Muller will perform her dance track called I Wrote a Song, which is handy.
There's a sense of responsibility for sure. I think the fact that we're holding it in the UK, hosting in the UK on behalf of Ukraine, the fact that I'm going last, the fact that Sam Ryder did so well last year, all these things that I could kind of freak out about are actually really, really amazing.
Actors Jane Fonda, Diane Keaton, Candice Bergen and Mary Steenburgen reunited on the red carpet ahead of the release of Book Club: The Next Chapter. The sequel to 2018's comedy romance sees the group take their adventure to Italy to celebrate Fonda's upcoming nuptials to Don Johnson's character. But things soon start to derail. This one hits the cinemas on Friday.
We're best friends for 50 years. And you? Married. Marriage. My solo act is finally coming to a close. You're the bravest person I know. The only question is how will we mess this all up? I can't wait to find out.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Hi, I'm Tom Daly. I'm super excited to be sharing my podcast, Made with Love.
It's easy to focusing so much that you lose some of the enjoyment from things. And that's one of the things I learned over the years of Formula One is why I'm doing it.
Discovering a love of knitting actually helped me be my best on the board and get my hands on an Olympic gold medal. And I'm on a mission to find out how others have made what they love a central part of their lives too.
We shouldn't be looking blindly for hope, but rather try to create that hope ourselves.
Follow and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of the new episodes dropping very soon.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.